Why do so many faith posts feel comforting, but somehow leave people exactly where they are? You've seen them: the soft background, the calm music, the reassuring words. Very soon you'll smile again. The hard days will be behind you. God is about to change your story. And I get why people share these. When you're tired, overwhelmed, or hurting, that kind of message feels like oxygen. It tells you the pain isn't permanent. It tells you meaning is coming. It tells you you're not forgotten. That's human. But here's the part we almost never slow down enough to question. What is this message quietly training us to do? Because buried underneath the comfort is an assumption most of us never name. It assumes change happens to you before it happens through you. It frames God as the one who flips the page, and you as the one who just has to wait long enough. And waiting feels faithful. It feels patient. It feels humble. But most of the time, waiting is just stillness, with religious language wrapped around it. A feel-good post can justify you for a moment. A verse can calm you for a moment. A reminder can make things feel settled for a moment. And moments aren't bad, but moments don't carry you anywhere. You see this same pattern show up in how we talk about Christ's return. He's coming back. Just hold on. Don't worry. He's returning soon. Again, I understand why that language comforts people. It promises rescue. It promises justice. It promises an ending that makes the suffering make sense. But when that message quietly turns into sit tight until he gets here, it trains passivity again. Christian faith was never meant to be a waiting room. Christ didn't leave and say, "Freeze until I come back and fix everything." He changed the conditions underneath reality and handed responsibility back to human beings. The message was never, "Do nothing until my return." It was, "Live differently now, because the world you're standing in is already different." Christian faith doesn't actually teach that God keeps rewriting your life on your behalf. It teaches that something already happened that changed how reality responds. Christ didn't promise to manage your timeline, your emotions, or your circumstances. He changed the operating conditions underneath all of it. He didn't say, "Sit tight and I'll make it easier." He made alignment possible in a world that was stuck before. That's a very different claim. Because once the mechanism is live, nothing changes. Just because you hope harder. Things change when you start moving differently. This is where feel-good faith can quietly become a trap. Waiting says, "When God fixes this, I'll move." Faith says, "I move first, even while it's hard, and the rest reorganizes downstream." That doesn't mean pain isn't real. It doesn't mean trauma disappears. It doesn't mean loss magically rewrites itself. Pain is real. Grief is real. Some things don't get fixed. But staying pointed in the same direction while waiting for relief isn't faith. It's paralysis with spiritual justification. God doesn't remove gravity. He teaches you how to stand under it. And this is why so many people feel stuck, even while believing the right things. They're hoping for external change, while staying internally aimed the same way. They're praying for movement, while remaining motionless. At some point, comfort stops being kindness. At some point, it becomes a delay. Not every reassuring message is wrong, but messages that train passivity eventually cost people time, agency, and responsibility. Maybe God isn't about to change your story. Maybe the story already changed. So the question I need to ask myself is this: am I living my faith as actively steering it day by day, or am I letting comfort faith keep me still?